This is my legal representative. He is the authorised representative.
No, he's a solicitor on the authorised representative.
Who are you, sir?
Oh, he's your solicitor on the way down.
Are you refusing to identify yourself?
Well, no, I'm not. It's written on my collar and my shoulder. It's Sergeant Brookes.
Okay. Sergeant Brookes, I hereby accept your oath of office, whether that be by attestation or declaration. Right. You are now a constable, and if you do not act as a constable, I will arrest you under Section 24 of PACE.
Well, you won't be arrested.
If you don't act as a constable, you will be arrested under Section 24 of PACE.
You won't be arrested, mate.
If you break the law, I will arrest you. You will be breaking the law if you are acting as a constable. You better make sure you don't, because if you do, I will arrest you.
Right. You're not going to be arrested, mate.
You act outside your oath, I will arrest you.
Okay. Is your solicitor on the way down, or is it just this chap you're waiting for?
We're dealing with the issue right now. This is we're all together.
So I was led to believe your solicitor was on the way down.
Whoever's led you that way. I've not spoke to you. This is my authorised representative. We're working together. This property belongs to us. Right.
There'll be no theft going off here today, and if you facilitate it, you will be taken to court.
I'm not facilitating anything.
This is a private issue.
Well, why are you letting someone steal a boat?
You're shaking. You.
That's because I'm excited, because I see criminals like you acting all the time.
I'd rather not be here. I'd rather be dealing with...
Well, then why are you here? This is a civil matter at the very most.
Because people are threatening...
This is a civil matter at the very most.
Right, and if it's a civil matter, then it needs to be dealt with in a civil way, doesn't it?
Stolen.
Not by obstructing people, and not by...
Obstructing people? Yes. It's stolen. You don't go to someone's house, steal something.
We've had this conversation about what happened to your car before. What happened to your car before?
Yeah, you'll hear more about that as well. It got stolen by Officer 2363, and you'll see the video being released on shortly, very shortly. This man's stolen the Mitsubishi. That's what happened to it, and you'll be seeing the video being released on it.
The Canals and River Trust said the only way to sort this out is by paying the fees that are owed.
I don't know any fees what are owed on it. They've not said anything to me. I've asked them what's owed on it. They said I'll speak to you later.
Okay.
I've asked them 4 times what's owed on it. I said to speak to them later. John Hall asked them if did you ask, when they come to take the boat, did you tell them, can I call the owner? And what did they say?
Have you had?
What did they say?
Have you had any letters from them?
They said we're taking them. I've had nothing from them, nothing whatsoever. They said they sent a recorded delivery.
What about the ones that have been stuck on the boat?
I've had nothing from them, nothing whatsoever. They said they've sent a recorded delivery. I said, well, I ain't telling them. This is no, they've been sent back. Right. So they must be sending to.
So have you got a solicitor?
I've had nothing.
Have you got a solicitor?
I've got an authorised representative. I've got.
Have you got no?
I've got an authorised representative.
Right.
It's theft. Solicitors don't. I don't use lawyers.
What paperwork did they have?
Doing legal.
Sorry?
What paperwork did they have to apparently facilitate this?
Well, there wasn't anybody there with the boat, was there?
No, what paperwork did they have on them now?
Sorry?
What paperwork did they have on them now?
Well, they haven't got any paperwork on them. What paperwork have you got on you?
I'm not trying to steal anything.
The police officer just said there was no one with the boat.
I don't know who owns the boat.
Sir.
So can you prove ownership of the boat?
Constable, I own.
Can you prove ownership?
Yes,
can you prove ownership of the boat?
I own the boat.
They haven't got paperwork. Where's your paperwork?
Am I the owner of the boat, Mr. Hall?
Yeah, he's left.
Okay, right. So we're talking about paperwork and proof of stuff. Where's your proof that you own?
I own the boat. Receipts at home.
Right,
that's irrelevant.
Where's your proof?
Right, okay.
So
they've sold me boat.
It's irrelevant when you haven't got.
So where's their paperwork?
It's my boat. Of course, I've got.
If they've got no paperwork,
that argument does because
I'm the owner of the boat again.
Your argument is neither here nor there, is it? Because
you're using the same argument against him, and you're saying the same argument isn't valid in your case.
No, I'm not bothered about paperwork. I'm quite happy that Canals and River Trust are acting lawfully, and if they're not acting lawfully, then you need to go take it up with them and take them to a court.
If they've got no paperwork, then anything they're doing here is a criminal offence. And if you don't arrest them for it, I will facilitate that.
Where's your proof of ownership then?
Where's their proof of ownership?
Last time he says it on the spot.
Yeah. And you never turn back up with it.
Where's their proof of ownership?
So what are you asking me to prove that I own that boat?
Well,
come on, let's go to my house, Constable.
I'm not going anywhere.
See what I mean? Well, how can I prove it?
You've got plenty of vehicles here.
Every man here knows I own it. John, or do I own the boat?
Yeah.
He's had the boat.
And everybody stood that side believes that they're acting lawfully and that they've got legal.
They're not believing that they own it, though, do they?
They stole it without a warrant. You can't do that in England.
Listen, you're being hypocritical because you're saying they haven't got paperwork, but you haven't got anything to justify your actions.
There's no finance owing on the boat.
So when we turn up with ownership paperwork, you're going to be arresting these for theft?
No, I'm just saying that you can't stand there saying these guys haven't got paperwork when you're stood here. Anybody can stand there saying you can't do this, you can't do that.
That's not what I asked. I asked if the question was, when he comes back and he proves that he's the owner, are you going to be arresting these guys for theft?
No.
Why not?
Because I'm quite happy. Well, why do they need paperwork then?
Well, Craig, don't get drawn. So, if we prove for ownership, they are attempting to steal that boat, that is theft.
Huh?
You then need to arrest them for theft.
I won't be doing anything you tell me to do.
No, it's your act.
Well, if you don't act as a constable, I will be arresting you.
Right, and I've told you, you won't be arresting me.
As soon as I arrest
As
you,
soon as you lay your hands on me...
you are under arrest, you are no longer a constable, you have to step down under section 24 of PACE, and if you don't know it, that's your trouble. However, I will be arresting you if you don't act as a constable.
Okay.
Because you're working in a private capacity, if you're not acting as constable, that means you're a police officer, not a police officer.
Okay.
So really, you should take that badge off if you're not going to arrest.
Okay, well, I'll quite happily go to court and argue that with you.
Well, no, it's not an argument.
Well, it will be an argument. It will be an argument for a court, won't it? When you touch me and you assault me, I will arrest you.
I won't be such. I'll just be arresting you.
Right. Well,
If you resist, well, then you're trying to flee arrest.
that's your...
I don't understand why you these people. These are the scum of the earth.
I've got the receipt for the
Why
boat,
would
you
you
know,
open them?
including the man I brought it off. The boat was registered, yeah. British Waterways, Mr. Lee Ravenscroft, the
Yeah,
Croft.
which is where
yeah.
they've sent all the documentation to, which
Have
you
I
say
note-
you haven't
yeah,
got.
this was in 2010.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't live there now, by the way. Yeah. The boat. Then they sold it off from British Waterways, which was belonged by the people, for the people.
Yep.
They sold it off to a private trust called the River and Canal Trust.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I did not agree with because they had no right selling that corporation.
Right,
Right.
right.
So I put my boat on private property, and I left
Yeah.
it on the private property.
But they've got responsibility for managing the waterways.
Do you own out to the middle of the Tempest all on your deed?
On my deed. Who manages? Who
They're
manages
not
the
managers.
waterway? Who
That's
manages the
one about
waterway?
who
Who's
owns.
contracted to manage the waterways?
Do you own to the middle of the Tempest?
It's not a case of just let Mr. Ward speak for himself.
Well, he has not answered my question yet.
My name's Clark.
Mr. Clark.
Mr. Clark, do you own out to the middle of the Trent?
On my deeds, the dotted line goes to the middle of the river.
And who manages? Who's contracted to manage the waterway?
No one manages his
Not
side.
the bank.
No,
the
your
waterway.
side, John, where it's private. Does anyone manage it, John?
Only people who manage it is myself.
Thank you. Does the water rate, does the River and Canal Trust...
Right, listen,
manage any-
stop.
Does the
Just come
River
and
and Canal
Mr.
Trust...
Just come and talk to
Look,
me,
he's
sir.
breaking it. Does the River and Canal Trust manage any of your land where the boats are?
They don't touch any of
Thank you very much. It's private land. Thank you very much. And this is this view. There we go.
It's
Thank you.
managed by the canals and
Do they
rivers
manage
trust.
your bank on your properties, Mr. Hall? Thank you very much.
You're trying to move the goalposts
yeah,
all
yeah,
the time.
he's doing it. This is fraud what's going on, and this officer facilitated the last theft, which isn't dealt with, it isn't done yet. He stole a vehicle off me from a garage up there not long ago. They don't manage his side.
So it seems like he's
Private
picking on you, Lee.
property. It's a personal thing. It's got to be
Yeah,
a
personal
lien,
vendetta this is.
100%.
Well, it's not, it's just unfortunate
They're
that
both
I've been
private
sent down here
issues,
again.
and it was on private
Very
property.
unfortunate.
He's the owner there, and every time I go to get my sub what's been stolen, he says, "Is it yours? Do you own it? How do we know you own it?" And this is the mentality of the man. He speaks to me like, "Well, how do I know you own it?" And wow, it's been stolen. It's a bill. There's no finance on that. There's nothing owed on that. It's been put on private property. I've seen the deeds and sat there and looked at them. It's out to the River of the Trent. The River and Canal Trust don't manage any of his property. You've heard it yourself. He's here himself, the owner.
I think the River and Canal Trust would probably take issue with the fact that they don't manage the waterways. They don't just stop managing a bit of water, do they, and then drive around it or
But it's
sail
not
round
your
it.
job to
And
decide on what
if there was
or who
something,
manages what.
if
It's
there
your
was
job to
something in
see
the
if
water
they've got a
and it needed
warrant and the
dredging
real
or something
property
because
to
boats
take
couldn't
it.
pass, would you be responsible for dredging it if a boat couldn't pass?
Thank you for your opinion,
Greg.
Constable,
Well,
but your
just-
opinion is your
Don't
opinion and not a
decide.
legal definition.
Right, so your opinions,
We're going on-
You're trying to instate your opinion as legal
you're
definition
not.
when it's not.
and you're not.
No, they don't manage
I'm
his
not.
land. The River and Canal
He's
Trust don't manage
got
his
evidence
land.
that he owns the
They don't
boat.
manage his land. You can look at
So
it. They don't
these have got
register.
no evidence that they've got
It's
anything to do with that
private
boat.
land. And not only that, they've took
To be
it with
fair,
no paperwork.
No one's presented me with any evidence.
He's just
either,
showed you
have
that.
they?
I've just
Well,
showed you.
it's a letter from British Waterways.
With my boat and the registration fee on my boat. How much do you want? Come on, man. You're getting games. We live in England. It's not Nazi Germany. You need due process. They've ripped the
Yeah,
canopies
the
off.
due process would be to contact your solicitor
Send you
and
a
say
few
this
letters.
has happened,
Solicitors.
and
Everybody-
send a
why
massive
do-
bill.
why do people have
send
to
a
have
massive bill
solicitors?
to the
Why do people have to have solicitors?
because it makes money for people, doesn't it?
But I don't use
For the
solicitors.
corporation.
You say, "Oh no, we want your solicitor. We want."
Right.
I don't.
But that's the way I think. That's the way civil disputes.
In your world,
that's
it
the way
is.
civil
Not
disputes
for
are sorted
everybody.
out.
Not
Standing in
for
an arena
everybody, it
arguing with
isn't.
everybody isn't
We're
the way
not
it's sorted
arguing.
out,
We're
is it?
trying to sort of theft out. You should be arresting these guys. They've got no warrant.
Right. They don't
It's all
need a
right
warrant.
sending a few letters.
They don't need a warrant.
Again, that's your opinion. If you can't show me the law that states they don't need a warrant, then they do need a warrant. I have to speak to be over you because you're talking too loud.
No, I'm not.
Aren't you?
If there was a
Well,
vehicle...
the video's going to prove different.
Okay. If there was a vehicle at the side of the road that had been abandoned...
I had this for an hour last time.
The council do not need a warrant to go and remove that vehicle.
However, if it's on private land, they can't touch it.
Right. But they manage the waterways.
They manage. They're not entitled to go and steal things off it.
They keep it clean. They remove obstructions.
Oh, so this is keeping it clean, stealing a boat, is it?
Well, they remove obstructions.
How is it obstruction when it was moored?
Where my boat was kept. The owner's there. He's lived. How long you lived there?
Right. Okay. We're not going to get anywhere. You've got your.
He's lived there all his life, and the River Canal Trust has never dredged anything.
They've got their
opinion. It's not an opinion.
You're the one with the opinions, it seems to me.
What?
And I know which way your opinion's going to sway on that side of the fence, and it always does, doesn't it? PC 2636.
Sergeant.
Sergeant
2363.
That's right. Yeah.
Sergeant Brookes.
Yeah.
2363.
I know which side it sways on every time, and it's unlawful. They need a warrant. You need a warrant in this country to take anything off anybody.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
Yes, you do. You don't need no warrant.
Not to take anything off anybody. You don't know.
So to just go and take something off someone, you can just take it, can you? What do you need then? You can take anything, yeah.
Well, bailiffs repossess stuff
without warrants.
Well, I can see stuff without a warrant if I need to.
Not lawfully.
Not lawfully. What about due process?
Due process.
Without due process.
What do you mean by due process?
Well, you need to go through the procedures. If you need a warrant, or you believe someone's got, unless you've got reasonable cause, you have to go through due process. You have to go to a magistrate of courts and get a warrant. And
in certain circumstances, people can seize stuff. Can't I can seize property if I think it's evidence of an offence without having to go to a court.
Yeah, if you have reasonable cause, yeah, of course you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, in criminal issues, of course.
Right.
This isn't a criminal issue. This is a civil matter. But you're saying they can do that as well. And they're not even civil servants, and that's exactly what they've done here. They've just seized the vehicle. Yeah, he owes a bill. You're saying they can do that. Non-civil servants, can they do that?
I don't know.
You don't know. You're a sergeant.
I'm not an expert on the Canal River Trust.
Then you need to get in touch with somebody that is more knowledgeable. No, one of your superiors. They don't give you orders.
Civil servants, and they've just
they're not giving me orders. They've called us because people are being aggressive towards us.
And you know they can't do it.
So they say. Just a bit.
Well, so they say.
So a bit of shouting, a bit of you've done it, and you've gone down and all.
You know there's not a civil servant on this land what can take something like they took it.
No.
Only you can
Well, I don't know that at all because I'm not an expert in the canals and the River Trust's contract or what they're
private corporation can take anything. They have to ring the police, and the police can't say, well, you have to go to court.
They have to be fair to them. They haven't rung us. They rung us because they've rung us because of the threats that were being made.
We're stopping theft being took. That's why they've done it.
Right. Let me go and speak to them.
Really are the scum of the planet.
This is like Mark. I've got him on this one, haven't I? I've got him banked to rights. That cop, I've got him banked to rights on this. Yeah, I've got him back on this. This one, I'll never let this one drop. They've ripped all the canopies off. All the canopies have been ripped off the back. They ripped the canopies off the front. They've chucked the thing in the front, off the roof. These have facilitated it. Newark Marina.
And operator's licence.
Tell these are here, the facilitators.
Yeah. Tell him you're going to put a claim against them.
You're taking it out of the water?
Yeah.
You saying so?
Yeah.
I believe you're the owner, yeah? The owner.
You're going to have a claim made against you for aiding and abetting criminal offence. You're going to end up in prison.
That's theft, that's theft. You're facilitating the River Canal Trust of theft of private property.
What's your name?
James Wilkinson.
Thank you.
I know who he is anyway.
Yeah, you get it.
James, his name is. Complete out and out theft. just removed all the stuff off it. That cost us that. So let me see that. Exactly. I said that's what we said at the always do.
Yeah.
He's checking section 24 apace now, you know.
Hey.
Section 24 apace, you can arrest the constable under section 24 apace.
Can I just ask, can you use reasonable force as well if he's trying to escape?
Yeah.
I don't know what he's got in his truck for. He's talking about. I don't know what he's got. You know, all he's got to say is he's got to defend it. That's all.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. He's a...
Section 24 face that one. What have you got it there for?
Show him the whole document. This is the constable's oath. I, do solemnly and sincerely declare and affirm that I will well and truly serve the Queen in the office of constable with fairness, integrity, diligence and impartiality, upholding fundamental human rights and according equal respect to all people, and that I will, to the best of my power, cause the peace to be kept and preserve and prevent all offences against people and property, and that I will continue, while I continue to hold the said office, I will, to the best of my skill and knowledge, discharge all the duties thereof faithfully according to law. Just in case you forgot. It seems to have. Keep that out, 'cause I might.
Yeah, show it your kids. Show them how proud you are of your job.
He's just doing his job, he said.
Yeah.
He says, you stole my boat. He says, I'm just doing my job. I said, that reminds you of a few historical moments, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Nazi Germany.
One of the lads on the back of the boat?
There's some lad in that, he's just popped out like.
Okay.
And they've gone out.
Yeah, I think he's going to get
house.
somewhere.
Right, what's going to happen? I've spoken to my inspector. We're here to prevent a breach of the peace, okay? We're not here...
Well, I'm reporting a theft of a vehicle,
Right, okay.
of a boat.
Okay, we're here to prevent a breach of the peace. It's a civil dispute.
See, he's doing it
Civil
again.
dispute, it's got nothing to do
Civil
with you
dispute,
then.
It's been stolen.
You're right.
See, they let me
Civil
steal
dispute.
them, and then
It's
when you go and get them, they
hang
say
on.
it's a civil dispute,
Hang
I
on,
can't do
listen to me
nothing.
then. It's a civil dispute, okay, which you quite rightly identified, okay? What isn't a civil dispute is the fact that there's a breach of the peace occurring, and when these guys try and move this lorry...
The breach of the peace is them stealing the boat in the first place and putting onto that lorry. That's a breach of the peace.
Breach of the peace. So to prevent that breach of the peace, my inspector's organising some more officers to come down.
Yeah, which I knew what was going to
Okay.
come. We know what comes.
Bully boy tactics, eh? Gestapo tactics as usual.
It is a private issue.
Yeah.
It's right, it's a
Yeah.
private issue.
Private,
but
please.
It's become a criminal issue when they stole it.
Okay.
Yeah.
They stole it.
You've got all the
So,
finish.
Or no warrant, because we know what you say, we don't want to listen to it.
Mate, tell him now you're claiming a theft and he has a duty. Take your notebook out and take this down.
Take
This
note
claim
that.
of
Take that,
theft.
what I'm going to say to you right now.
Right.
This is criminal, it's theft, and you're personally responsible for it.
Right,
You're
okay.
facilitating theft. That's what you're doing. Yeah, it is a private issue, but the minute they've stole it off me, it was a private
Yes, you are.
issue.
Breach of the
But
peace.
No,
one
no.
of the private parties have come and stole it and claimed it and stole it. That's a criminal issue because it was it is a private issue. You're dead right. It's got But when they've come and stole it,
No, because it still remains a civil dispute, just because they're taking the boat.
I've got possession of it. My boys are in it. We're in it. We're in it. You can't move it. You can't move that while them boys are in it. It's my property. And they're not getting
Those
off
boys
it.
will be removed as well.
By you, by force.
Then you'll be committing a breach of the peace.
A breach of the peace, and you'll be a person responsible, and you will, officer, as well.
No, you'll be acting outside your oath of office, and you will be committing a criminal offence.
It's theft.
Then you
There's
can
criminal damage been done.
I will. I'll arrest you. I will arrest you.
And you can have that investigated.
You're going to.
I will arrest you. If you don't act under your oath, I will arrest you.
Okay.
We've had enough of the police corruption going off in this country. It's coming to an end. And you better be on the right side. Because if you're on the wrong side, you're going to end up in prison with those people you put there.
So this is what's going to happen, okay? So
No, this is your opinion.
Well, I'm telling you what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen. So my inspector, I spoke to my inspector. He's organised a small staff to come down.
Yeah.
We're going to facilitate. We're going to ensure there's no breach of the peace. Anybody that gets in the way of that and does start breaching the peace.
What are you going to do? Get your taser gun now?
I don't carry a taser gun. I just
Are you going to do some shooting?
No,
Eh?
no,
Like Mendes in London, eh?
no.
Hey?
We don't carry tasers.
Inspector Blade, Lord Blade now.
Yeah.
That's what you get for
This
shooting
is
people.
disgusting at the highest degree.
No,
No, we're not.
it's
Theft. What? You're facilitating theft.
Okay.
Yeah. Facilitating.
You're going to be liable. We're going after your bond.
We're going after your bond personally, and you, and whoever stands here. This is theft. There's no finance owed on that boat there whatsoever.
No,
There's
do with
nothing
him
on it.
anyway.
I haven't been in a court of law. I haven't been in no court of law.
Right.
And no one's served me with no fines. I don't know how much is owed. I don't know anything. Yeah, it's
Well,
been
they've told
stolen
you, but
from
they're
private
not prepared to
property.
pay.
What?
They've offered you that, and that you
What?
could pay.
They've not offered me
nothing.
nothing. They've not offered me nothing. This is complete lies and conspiracy.
They've told
I've asked
you
the man on camera. This whole incident's been recorded. The man's just told a blatant
Well,
lie.
their
They've
bosses-
said they've offered me. Did they offer? Did they?
They've offered
did
him
you tell
nothing.
them- Did you tell them on your property you'd call the owner before they took the boat? What did they say?
They said we're going to cut the ropes and take the boat.
They've been through all their processes.
So,
though, haven't they?
what? When he's saying the owner's on his way, I've come here. They haven't told me that I owe them anything.
Right, okay,
They just
but
say you owe a debt. They haven't told me nothing.
Yeah.
The boat's
Like
been
you say,
stolen.
like you say.
PC
Sergeant.
Sergeant
Demoted me.
2363 is committing a criminal offence on this day. Yeah, have it known.
I'm
And he's
here
in
to
breach of his oath.
And he's in breach of his oath of
Right.
office, and he's facilitated another theft a few weeks ago down the road on a vehicle what belonged to me as well. Yeah. This is the second theft now.
personal
and he's not
vendetta.
going to get away with this one on a £30,000 narrowboat what's got no finance on it and nothing. He will never get away with it.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
That's what I've told you what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah, we know what's
Ignore him,
going
he's
on.
ignoring
We
us.
know you're a yes.
Ignore him, let him
We know
break the
you're a
law.
yes.
And let's expose him.
Move out the way,
Let's stand
then.
back and expose him for what he really is today.
Okay.
We're going to see a tragic misjustice of crime, but we'll sort it out after.
That's the right way.
No one's offered one penny, no one said I owe any money on this boat. They haven't said anything. They've got no paperwork. They haven't said I owe £1, I owe £500. They've said nothing.
They're taking
They've just
this
stole
fucking
it.
boat.
Yeah,
This
they've
is
gone up to
fucking
the owner on
fucking
private property and says I'll call the owner. They said no, we don't want the owner, we're taking it. They cut the ropes, took the boat.
He's the man from the waterboard
And these
place.
people are facilitating it, every one of them.
He's laughing. He's laughing.
And they're laughing, they think it's funny.
Yeah.
On a boat that's got no finance on it.
Yeah.
They laugh.
Yeah, they're calling more coppers. I knew what he'd do.
Yeah.
That's him. He's the criminal in Newark. That's the police. The police officer
Brooks.
is the criminal of
Brookes,
this
his
town.
name is. Brookes. Sergeant Brookes.
Watch this, and I'll ask him how much I owe.
How much do you think I owe them? He not tell you. He won't tell you, Lee.
Just for the clarity of the tape, these people say there's money owed on that boat. How much is owed? How much money's owed? How much is owed, by the way?
He's talking to someone to try and sort this out.
How much is this claim owed, so-called claim owed?
It's not. It's the cost of removing it from the water.
I haven't consented or told anybody to steal it.
No, but they've gone.
That's not my problem. I haven't
It's a
told-
civil dispute.
See what I mean?
He's on
Load
the-
it, load it,
It's
load it, load it up.
It's all one way, isn't it? It's all your way. It's all your way or no way.
It's always your way.
my
You
way.
stole me last one. You're
I'm here
just
to
about
prevent
to
a breach
steal
of
this
the
one.
peace.
Yep, they've stolen the boat.
I'm here to prevent a breach of the peace.
There ain't going to be a breach of the peace.
There is.
Breach the peace.
You are breaching
You're
the peace.
facilitating a breach of
You
the
are
peace.
breaching the peace.
Well, are you? Where you
This
from?
guy needs.
Russia?
I'm going.
Sorry?
I'm going to have
Where
this
you
guy.
from,
I'm
Russia?
having you in the law. I'm having you in Queen's Bench. You're going to be in Queen's Bench. I'm going to send this guy to Queen's Bench. You're committing crime on
Breach
these
of the
people.
peace. I've never
You're going to
heard
be
of
in
that.
Queen's Bench. On my life, you're going to be in Queen's Bench.
Hey, dear. Hey, Lee.
I'm having him. Is that your car park?
Hey, Lee. You waste your time talking to him. Waste your time talking to this chap here. He's this. Duh. You're the one.
I'm going to have that.
I don't know what's happened to the police. You know, in the 80s, police were proper police officers. Today,
In the
it's not.
80s, the police would have come down here and you would have been battered and thrown in the back of the van and
don't
driven
do
off.
that.
You would have been. That is how it used to be.
is
That
not
is how
very-
it used to be.
That
We
might
have
have been
never
here.
been. We have never been more professional.
You're living in cuckoo land.
No, I'm not.
No, you're
No,
not
I'm not.
professional.
All the 70s.
Yes, it was.
I was
In the
born in
80s.
1974, and
Yeah.
I've never
Yeah,
met a
cuckoo
corrupt police officer like you in my
not
life.
corrupt.
It was never like this. There was warrants. I've had warrants served on me. Yeah, this isn't how it was at all.
Right, yeah.
You're completely on another planet. It's complete fabrication what you've just said and made up. It was
Excuse
never
me.
like that.
How old
never.
are you?
How old am I?
Yeah.
It's irrelevant how old I am.
No, the reason I'm asking, I'm wondering how old you were in the 80s.
How old was I in the 80s? I was a child in the 80s.
Well, how would you know the cops beat you up then?
What?
How would you know the cops
Well,
beat
for a
people up?
start, I know lots of ex-police officers.
Yeah, so do I. And I never got beat up by them.
Well,
And then
things were slightly different. I think
They were different.
Yeah, they were a lot different, and you know they were a lot
Yeah,
different.
they were. They were like the police.
They wouldn't have been standing
Hiya.
around here arguing with you now about this.
They won't beat you up.
Well,
They
I
would
didn't mean
not.
beat up.
Hiya.
You'd have been put in the back of a van quite quickly, I think, and driven
No.
off. Okay,
Well-
we're more than reasonable.
No.
We're being more than reasonable now. Absolutely more than reasonable.
What for?
Okay.
Okay.
Somebody nicking an arrow.
Right, they're not nicking it, are they? It's a civil dispute.
Oh, right, hang on. Oh, I think, right, hang on. I don't know about that. I thought you were just asking for somebody. Just a second.
to protect my property.
I'll tell you what.
Right.
You have a
You're
duty to protect his property.
my property. And on two
Damages
occasions
being
now,
caused to
he
that
stole my
property.
property. Yeah, and I'm going to stand here and protect my property till the day I die. Yeah, and I expect
Like
you
you
to
did
do the
last time
same.
when you just drove off and never
drove
came
off
back.
because you went to get a warrant, and then what you did, you took me mate and unlawfully stole it when you got a warrant, and you didn't even get a warrant. You just drove off, made
We
out
didn't
you
need
were
a
going to
warrant
get
because
one.
it was a stolen vehicle.
Why did you take it? Why did you say? I'm glad you said that on tape. I've just got that man on tape. He says we're going to go and get a warrant, then we'll be back. He put 2 officers on the back door. Yeah. I went home. Yeah. He come straight back when I'd gone, and everyone gone and broke straight in.
We told
I'm
you-
glad
we
you
told
just
you we
said
didn't
that.
need a warrant.
Thank you very much, BC. I've got it.
Sergeant.
Hey, Sergeant, I've got you on tape. Thank
Okay.
you very, very much. Oh no, it's just got himself on tape.
Well, they're here to protect the police. That's what they're here for.
I noticed we still haven't been told what alleged amount is supposed to be owed.
Sorry?
How much is supposed to be owed? We've asked and you said hold on. We've been holding on now for 10
To
minutes.
a bloke on the phone.
Yeah, he's been talking ever since we've been here.
Calm down.
Calm down.
You're going to do yourself an injury if you carry on being like that.
This is common
Hey,
purpose
what you
training.
want to do? You want to arrest me, man? I'll kick
I
off
don't
in the
wanna
police
arrest you 'cause I wanna
station.
go home.
I'll kick off in the police station.
Sorry, will you?
Oh, bloody wibble boy.
Okay.
Don't you worry.
All right.
Sarge,
What's the outstanding bill? That apparently haven't told them what it is.
I'm waiting for an updated exact figure.
Exact figure.
Exact figure. I haven't got an exact
Been here
figure.
2 hours. He's a liar. He's a liar.
I haven't got an exact figure. I can't give you that. Well, I'm not going to lie to you and give you a random figure.
Yeah,
I haven't
go
got an
away,
exact
man.
figure.
Go behind that boat and go.
Well, that's okay because they
Get out
can't. They
outside.
can't do anything until they supply that figure to us.
We can.
No, they can't. We've asked for proof that they say we owe something. If they say they can't provide it, then that's
you
that.
want proof of this, but you're not prepared to, provide proof that, let's see some proof that that chap doesn't own the river. Let's see some proof of that. It
We
doesn't
don't
work.
have
You
to
can't
prove
have it all your own
anything.
way. Well,
Proof
neither do these guys.
You
we're
want
cla-
it your own way. You're
Exactly.
the one that's doing all
I just
the
don't
own
want there to be
way.
a breach of the
There's
peace.
a claim that that boat is owned by that chap.
Yes, you are.
I'm not. I'm
You
still piggy
are.
in the middle.
There's a claim that that chap claims he owns that boat. These have got no claim on it whatsoever.
Right.
And they have to produce proof of claim, don't they? They have to.
Not necessarily.
Of course you do.
Why?
Look, as far as from my untrained perspective in the rule of the river or the laws of the river, it's no different to if someone's left their car on a highway and it's been abandoned and the council have gone and said, well, that's an
However,
abandoned
it wasn't
vehicle,
left
it
on a
follows the
highway. It was
instructions.
left privately moored on a private mooring.
Right, okay. But again, we've got.
Oh,
we've got this chap
okay,
murdered,
yeah,
haven't we?
yeah. It changes when you hit them with their own stuff. It changes suddenly. It's
Well,
okay. It
not.
doesn't matter.
You're saying that these guys need paperwork. Where's your proof that this chap owns the boat?
He's give you something with his name about the boat on, but you won't accept that.
The land. I think these guys, the Canals and River Trust, know what they're entitled.
Oh, so that's your opinion, and so you don't know what they know. That's your opinion.
Only your opinion.
So
is
you
relevant.
don't have
If
an
that makes you
opinion.
happier. Only your opinion is relevant then.
Exactly. So
Right.
if you'd like to arrest these for theft.
No, I won't do it.
Oh, right. So you're acting outside your
Only
oath of
interested
office.
In your own opinion. That's all you're interested.
Yeah, yeah. Because you don't have an opinion, do you?
I don't have an opinion.
This
No,
bloke's
I have it in
in
the law.
cuckoo land.
It clearly
He's
is.
talking
What about
cuckoo.
upholding the law? What
I'm
you
entitled
should
to
be
my
doing
opinion,
is trying to
but my
prevent
opinion
the
won't
theft.
sway my judgment. My judgment will be made on the law as it is.
You don't know the law.
Well, I know there'd be a breach of the peace, and I can arrest somebody to prevent a breach of the
You
peace.
keep going on about breach of the peace.
The
What's
only
the
one
matter with you?
the only one that breaching the
Hey.
peace will be you.
What school did you go to?
It's irrelevant what school
Hey?
I went to. Not a very good one, as it happens.
It don't look like it.
That's evident.
I'll tell you. I've never seen it like a youth like you.
Well, no one's asking you to stand here and witness it, are they? You're free to leave.
No, I want to witness what's going on here.
Okay.
You're committing offences
Let these
here.
guys commit the theft then, if that's what you want to do.
No, I don't want to. That's why we're here.
It's your job to prevent
it.
theft.
Your
I'm
job is
preventing
to
a
do
breach of
that.
peace.
No, a
That's why
theft
I'm
is a
here.
criminal offence.
I'm here to prevent a breach of the peace.
Yeah. Well, what about theft, which is a criminal offence, and it's been reported to you that they're stealing that boat, and you're doing nothing about
It's
it?
also been reported that everybody's been threatening towards them, okay? And we
Who?
can do something about
What
that.
evidence do you have of that?
Nobody.
Well, exactly. Again, we've got people telling us that that's happened.
Yeah.
So why are you taking their side?
I'm not taking anybody.
You quite clearly are, because you said you're going to allow them to steal it.
If these guys were being threatening towards you, or these guys were preventing you going about your lawful business, then we would be arresting them as well. But they're not. They're just here.
They've
to
got
keep
no
quiet.
evidence, and you're backing them up. That's what you
not
just
backing
said.
anybody up.
You said that you're
I'm
going to
here
allow them to
prevent
steal that
a breach
boat.
of the peace.
You just said you're going to allow them to steal that boat.
I'm here to prevent a breach of the peace.
Yeah.
Facilitate
Stealing the boat is a criminal offence.
Back on the
Theft.
phone, look. What's is it? The River Agency, is it?
In all
when
fairness,
did they
bailiffs
happen,
are all
eh?
liars.
What
and
time-
they're not
and the
bailiffs.
bullies.
Oh, they're not bailiffs.
They're contractors.
Who
Oh,
are?
private contractors.
No,
He is.
No, he's not bailiff.
No, he's
And
from
these
the
guys
River
aren't
Boy,
bailiffs.
isn't
Yeah, I
he?
know.
Well, these are only doing a job, aren't they? They've
No,
come to a
they're
job.
contractors, yeah.
I ain't not going on about. This is the man I can't weigh him up. He's on the phone all the time. He's been here.
He's trying to get. He's talking
get
to
a
his boss
figure.
200 miles away.
He's trying to get a figure into how much he's owing for the licence.
Yeah, but that'll only mean that once we've got the figure, that gets paid, and the boat will be then put back in the water. If the money,
Well, I told him to
money's-
get the figure, then I'll get the money out of my pocket. What's the problem?
How many times you asked for the figure?
He's standing there.
no one's asked for a
Like
figure
a
while
dog.
we've been here.
Well, wait, excuse me, I've just done it about 5 minutes
All
ago.
right, 5 minutes ago, but not in
And
the
then
last 2 hours.
and Lee did it before that, so how can you say no one's asked for a figure? And that's on video.
What, in the last 20 minutes? Yeah, not in the last 2 hours.
So what's wrong with getting it then? How does it take?
Worked out. There's a lorry hire, the crane hire, the contractor's time. It's not as easy as just going,
Hey,
it's 50 quid.
excuse me. What's it got to do with the lorry? Now, if you've made a mistake...
We haven't made a mistake.
Listen, you should have sent a bill to our Lee for 4 years or whatever it is.
We've
And
sent all the documentation. If you listen to me,
No,
you listen,
I'm talking
no.
to you first. Say it's 30 quid. 4 times 30, what is it?
It's not 30 quid.
£120.
It's not 30 quid, though, is it?
I'm just saying this as a
Hypothetically.
principle.
Yeah.
Right, send him the bill for £120, 4 years. What's the problem? So what you've done, you've nicked it, you've got the boat out, and then whatever it's cost you, you want the cost for that now, as well.
Right.
So you're doing as you like.
Right, can you let me explain that?
No, I won't,
Okay.
because
Fair enough,
you're an
no, fine.
idiot. It's simple, and a kid of 5 can understand it. You're ready 4 years.
No,
I'll tell you what.
It's Papa X-ray 52 Oscar Delta Hotel. It's a VW Passat in silver.
yeah, on the enforcement officer.
Yeah, that's received, thank you.
So you steal on a daily basis, do you?
Right, that's not helpful.
How much is-
how much was it, did you say? The boss is still working it out, didn't she? But
The ballpark figure is between 8 and 9 grand.
Where do you get them figures from? Come on, man, there's not that
It's,
many
no,
miles, mate.
listen, no.
it's not about the monies that owe. No one's saying you owe money on it, the finance. It's about the
The removal.
removal.
It's 4 years licence.
You had no rights to remove it.
Well, we have.
You haven't.
Right, that's
got no rights to it. You've got
people
no
aren't
rights
going
to
to. Right,
it.
that's.
I own 9 grand on a boat. What I own.
Right.
Because it's been sat on the river. What the people own.
Are you in a position? Are you going to, or are you
gonna
going?
facilitate
Well, I'm not
this?
facilitating
You are
payment, no.
facilitating
But are
this.
you? They're
You've got
saying.
9 grand.
Well, I haven't got 9 grand. No. So,
And
are
neither
you in
have
a
I.
position to pay or not?
What, 9 grand?
Yeah.
You're a criminal, my friend. You're a criminal at the highest level of society. Yeah. And when it collapses, it's going to be a pleasure to see it.
Okay.
You're a criminal, my friend. I'll get my boat back over. I'll get that boat back 1,000,000%. Oh, I'll get that boat back 1,000,000%. Okay? 1,000,000%. There's more trackers on that boat than you can imagine. Okay? That's how I knew it was here. You can take it anywhere in the country. I know where that boat is. Yeah. You're going to get done for theft. You're going to get done for criminal damage. There's been criminal
Let them go then and do it for criminal.
theft. Let him go. He said
then.
that last time. Let me commit crime then. He said that last time. I can't let him do it. I can't let you do it. And he thinks because a few months has passed on the last vehicle he stole off me, he thinks he's got away with it. But he hasn't. Hey, can I tell you another thing? I'll say that one thing.
Yeah. Because you know what'll happen. You know what'll happen if you start threatening people, don't you?
It wasn't. How do you?
Officer?
How do you know
Who's
who's going to
threatening,
threaten
officer?
Right.
Who's threatening?
Well, you were going to, I would imagine. That's why
That's
I'm
your
saving it for a
that's your
later date.
opinion, is it?
Yeah.
You've got
Is
a
that
vivid
your opinion?
imagination.
Can I have a chat
Is that
with me in the
your
car? then?
opinion?
Can I have a chat
I
with me in
wasn't
the
going to
car?
say that at all.
Can I have a chat
What I
with me in
was
the
going
car
to say to him, yeah,
Can I
right?
have a chat with me in the car?
All the photographs of that canopy, yeah, it was only 2 days ago I took the photographs because I put it all on eBay for sale. All brand new photos 2 days ago. So I've got every photograph of that in the back of that thing there, and that's ripped in the back of there, and that's criminal damage. Now that's not threatening behaviour. That's just stating something.
Well, you're fine. They're right. That's fine.
And I didn't need to tell him I had photos.
Well, are you
And
going to do
photos-
something for the criminal
photos
damage?
have only been took 2 days ago, so we can't deny it.
Oh, no, I'll just ignore that one because it's too difficult a question to answer.
2 days ago I took
Are you
that
going to do
photo.
something about the criminal damage they have done?
No.
And I took the
At this present
photos
in
2
time-
days ago,
moment in time,
officer.
I'm preventing a breach of the peace.
Oh, so you're
You, of course.
you're actually ignoring a crime that's
No,
been
I'm not.
committed
Yeah.
again.
No, I'm not.
Again.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you clearly
No,
are.
I'm not. If later down the line it transpires that they have acted unlawfully and they've damaged it, then
You'll have aided and abetted in that criminal
I won't
offence.
have aided and abetted.
Absolutely, you will.
Better.
You don't know what hole you're digging yourself here.
Oh, is he the same one? Same bloke. Look. That's what it is. Personal.
Are these your mates?
Doing that boat up every day last year in the summer. How many days out of the week was I up there? Every day. Not one waterboard man or one man come to me in an whole year while I was up there on private land doing it, did they? You was there? No. Nobody's been to me, no. And they say, well, we've sent you notices, so we're stealing the boat now. Stealing it, yeah, they ripped all the canopies off, ripped the roof things off to cause loads of damage. I've told the police officer. He says, well, it's not my problem, it's just a private issue. It's criminal damage, simple as that, but they've got the rights to damage it because you owe money, it says. And we're going to let them take it. If you stand in front of them, we'll arrest you for breach of the peace. Well, that's what it says, yeah. You get your mates sitting at the end of the road and it's black the eye, like, you know how they do. He's arresting me for nothing! He's arresting me for nothing unlawfully!
Where was
Nothing!
You coming up, then?
No, so get me out of the way so you can steal my boat.
No,
Hey, I'll drive out the way, I'll leave. I'll leave.
He's got it on
Right.
film here.
You leave
Everyone's
then.
got this on
You
film.
leave.
He wants to get me gone.
You leave.
Get me away,
Okay.
Get me gone. So he wants me to go, get me gone, I'll move then.
Okay.
So it was a fake arrest, he just wanted me to go. technique, George.
Well, now you're going. There's no need to arrest
And
you.
now you're committing a crime.
Yeah.
You're
Right, okay.
committing
You
a
go as well, then.
What he grabbed me, he said you're under
committing a
arrest. Come
crime
on.
here.
Yeah, but I've de-arrested you now because you're going.
Oh, you de-arrested me.
You can't de-arrest someone if they
I can de-arrest them when there's no further breach of the peace. I can de-arrest somebody. He's going. I've de-arrested him.
How much do I owe him?
Sorry?
How much do I owe him?
So this lady is
£8,000.
It's 8,000 now.
Well,
Can I see all the figures? Can I see the figures?
You need to ring the Canals and River Trust, don't you?
They're
Are
not
you going
open.
or are you going to
They're
get
not
arrested?
open.
They are open.
Hey, we can stay.
I've been down there.
We're not doing
They
any
are.
harm.
They're not there. I've been there.
Right.
Can you get how much do I owe him?
Ben, just go.
He says about 9 grand.
Yeah, it's a load of rubbish.
Go into the marina.
It's just
what they do. Just go to ready for him to be asked to leave. Yeah, just bring it. The box come out. Right, are you going?
So he's not interested in how much I owe.
Are you going?
So we could pay it, but yeah, you want him to
Yeah, but
pay.
he's had the option of paying it, but no one wants to.
I don't know how much it is. No
You're
paperwork.
going to need to contact the
No
Canals and River Trust.
paperwork.
He's at it
It's
again.
there.
He's had the option to pay.
Okay.
He's at it again. The mistake. Police officer. Not working for the public, corporate. Yeah, they ain't sticking nobody on that. They ain't sticking anybody
No,
on.
it's all right.
See you later.
Can't move the boat unit.
Hello.
They're not insured.
Right.
You've got full permission to stay in there. It's private property. It's been stolen by the state.
Right, gents. For those of you here, the Mr. Ravenscroft, just have a listen to this chap.
They'll be here in 20 minutes. And they'll all be filmed.
We'd like you to all leave the yard, please, 'cause we want to clear it for some more work now. So if everyone could leave that's involved with this boat, that would be good. Thank you.
Right, so this guy's the owner of the yard. He's asked you to leave, so now you're trespassing.
You'll call me.
Yeah, I heard him, yeah.
Okay.
I've got it. I've got it.
Are you going as you've been asked? Are you going as you've been asked?
Of course I am.
Okay, off you trot then.
Don't touch me.
I'm not touching
You
you.
just did.
You did. You're all criminals, every one of you.
Okay.
You're all criminals. You thief! 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 Criminals! Nazi Germany, you lot. That's where you need to be.
Martin, when this car's gone,
Criminals!
gone.
Criminals! Nazi Germany, you Nazis! Criminal! 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 Terrible people! He's behind us! Look at that sat there! They're watching us! See the boat there, just.
Yeah. You need to be able to see the door. No. So we've got two cop cars, a cop van, a pretend cop car, and all this to aid and abetting the theft of a narrowboat. Facilitated by the Gestapo in yellow. Hi Tom. Yeah, there's a few cops around here and they're facilitating the theft of a canal boat. Yeah. 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 Well, I can. Well, he's yeah. The cops have. He's now come out and says that I'd like you all to leave my land, so that now they're threatened us all with arrest for trespass. So we're outside. Yeah, strange, isn't it? So we're outside the entrance at the moment because we've still got someone on the boat locked in. But I dare say they'll either be smashing the door open soon or scaring them so much that they'll open it. Yeah. Yeah. That's the boat, isn't it? No, well, this is it, right? It was for not having a licence for the boat, even though it's parked on private, moored in a private mooring. They came along, cut the rope, stole the boat, brought it to Farndon. They lifted it out of the water, put it on the back of a lorry, and are now moving it to Wales.
You won't give me a price, you know.
Who is it that took it?
British, the River and Canal Trust.
River and Canal Trust.
Just for the interview, what did the police officer say to you then? Sergeant, was it the sergeant?
Yeah, that he's trying to just getting his lads to do the dirty work and to run off.
Is that what the sergeant said to you?
Yeah, so he said to me.
Thank you very much. Yeah, was he happy about what he was doing?
He was laughing. Yeah.
Lee, you don't need a licence for the boat unless it's for commercial use.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, was he laughing then? Did he enjoy what he was doing?
I think
it's funny.
And he asked for our details, even though we're not obliged to give them.
Which officer was thinking?
No, we've got no paperwork whatsoever. None whatsoever. Not a single piece of paperwork. But the sergeant's going ahead and basically going to facilitate it. They've got the two lads that were on the boat off because obviously they couldn't move it with them on. But they threatened them with all sorts for them to actually open the door and let them in. So they've done that and they've basically got them to force them off.
So now just get in.
You said to it was a family boat. What are you doing? You know what I mean? It's a family boat. You can't take us off here. Yeah.
Not their property.
Well, listen. Guess how much they reckon it's going to cost for 4 years licence, and the licence is say £100. 4 years licence to lift the boat out of the water and to ship it to Wales. 9. No, it's some Welsh company that they brought in, some Welsh HGV.
Give us a price, really, would they?
Yeah, well, yeah. We have to ask them what the amount was for, and they refused to give it us. And in the end, they just says, "Oh, well, here's a ballpark figure," and just made one up off the top of the head.
It's around 9 to 10, 8, 9 grand. We ain't got no paperwork. We don't know how much.
No paperwork whatsoever.
We couldn't have it back if we wanted. If we had the money, we couldn't buy it.
The coppers aren't interested in whether it's lawful or not, whether there's any paperwork or not. They're just facilitating it. And if we stayed, they were going to arrest. I was going to arrest the sergeant, but then all his backup came and they outnumbered us.
The boatyard's in corruption with them as well. He's a high-ranking Freemason, this guy. Who owns this boat.
Here
in the middle is obviously.
Yeah, well, with the sergeant's a Freemason, we know that, and like you say, the owner or whoever it was that came out, it's Lee who came on Friday that had to dash off because there was another trying to fit prepayment meters, but they basically stole his boat, and that's what it is. It's theft, as we pointed out to them. And you couldn't really do much anyway if you got down because, well, if we were still on there, maybe, but now they're just backing it up now to steal it, and here come the cops now to make sure we don't do anything. Yeah, that's it. North Wales. Is it North Wales? Is it North Wales it's going to?
Yeah.
Yeah, North Wales.
Sorry, I've got the name of it.
Yeah. Well, it's not just that. Yeah, well, that's why. That's the stop you're getting it. But it's not just that. They've also ripped. They had canopies, brand new canopies on it, costing over £4,000. And they just ripped them off and chucked them in the boat.
2363.
No finance owned on that boat whatsoever. Brought and paid for.
Yeah, he doesn't owe anything for it. It's totally is bought and paid for.
Was this the police officer?
4 years of licence, even though it's been parked privately.
Was this the police officer? What was his comments when he entered the boat? What was
Laughing, thinking it was funny taking us off the boat.
He was laughing. Did he find it amusing? Did he make any comments at all?
What did he say?
Saying getting your lads to do
Dirty work.
and so Lee can run away.
So Lee can run away. Is that what he said? And was he laughing? And what was the expressions? What was the expressions? Was he laughing? Yeah.
Well,
100%. 100%. He thought it was funny.
No.
Yeah, terrible.
But of course,
extremely sad.
Lee's had nothing, and then they just turn up and steal it.
Yeah.
Backed up by the pigs.
You've been exposed for what you're doing. You're on camera, mate. Yeah, no, it won't work.
You're a criminal and you know you
you're
are.
a criminal and you're exposed and you're
And then you're called for backup criminals.
You like every bit of it. You said that last time when you sold me the
You're a bunch of criminals, the lot of you.
that vehicle owned by me.
And don't give me, I'm only doing my job. That didn't work in Nazi Germany, it doesn't work today, back here in Nazi England.
I'm going to go and get my boat back and I'm going to come and go out.
This is what a Nazi criminal looks like. Are you proud of yourselves, you Nazis?
Take care.
Yeah, you take care too, Nazi. Your time's over. The end's coming for you lot. And if you're on the wrong side, you're not on the people's side, you're going to wish you were on our side. Oh, well, I just gave them the last little bit there. Because they facilitated the lorry backing onto the road, and then they're just taking it up the 46. No, but there's literally only about half a dozen of us, and we're outnumbered by the scum. Well, that's the thing. He didn't know until the bloke whose part of the river it was on called him up and said, "They just cut your things and they're stealing your boat." That was this morning. I don't know where it was. No. Okay. Cheers then, Tom. See ya.
Criminal! You're a criminal! You're a criminal! 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 You're a criminal! You're a criminal! You're a criminal! You're a criminal!
UK Nazi Party!
Thief! There's a thief! Facilitating crimes! Facilitating crimes! Theft! That's what you're doing! Facilitating crimes! You're thieves! You're a thief! Criminal! Go on!
Debt Free TV, in association with GetOutOfDebtFree.org.